Right now in hockey, everyone, and I mean everyone, is talking about Connor McDavid. But what if that is exactly what the league wants, or more specifically, this guy? What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode right here on Above Average. If you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Thanks for all the continued support. Let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes, baby. Oh, I'm fired up for this one. This is actually really good. It's a theory video, and I like doing this kind of stuff, and I know some of you guys do as well. So if you like this theory, if you have a theory of your own, maybe drop a comment down below. It actually is a sponsored segment every video right here at Above Average, brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca. I'll give a shout out to the most liked comment from my previous video. So drop something down. Maybe it's crazy, maybe it's a funny theory, I don't know. But if it gets the most likes, I'll be giving it a shout out in my next video. So let's get right into this bad boy. Let's see if we can get this video also to 100 likes. But guys, I honestly think I think I'm on to something, okay? I really do. The origin story, stick to the end, because I'll tell you how I came out with this theory, or came up with this theory. And and also stay to the very end of this video, because I want to show you guys something really funny. If you don't know, I work in radio, and there's a clip. I want to show it because I think it's pretty funny. So stay to the end of this. I think you'd really like it. But with all that out of the way, let's hop right back into this video, conspiracy theory video. Let's go, baby. You know what drives conversation more than anything? It's the unknowing. And right now, no one knows what Connor McDavid's next move is. At least, that's what the league wants us to think. December 8th, 2023. One of, if not the greatest baseball players of all time, Shohei Ohtani, chose to become a free agent. And that month, that week, and especially that day brought more attention to the sport of baseball in a very long time. Basketball, football, and even hockey fans were talking about this. It didn't matter what else was going on. It was literally the biggest story every day, all day, and 24/7. And it was all because it was the best player in his respective sport. So here's the theory. You can say a lot of things about Gary Bettman, and they're probably all true, including the fact that expanding the game of hockey is always something he's prioritized. Look no further than the NHL's Global Series that they've been doing for the last few years. We can take a trip down memory lane and revisit one of the biggest trades in hockey history. The point I'm getting at is, if Bettman has the opportunity to expand the game of hockey, he will take it almost every single time, especially when no money is involved. I honest to God think that Gary Bettman reached out to the Oilers and to McDavid and his team and said, hey, let's try and take advantage of this while we can. This is simply just a marketing ploy, or a PR stunt, if you will, and I think it's genius. Why else would he be saying stuff like, oh, I don't want any distractions? Well, you know what, Connor? If you don't want any distractions, you would sign this. You would sign this, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Anything that he's said over the last month, it doesn't make any sense. It just all contradicts one another. It doesn't make any sense. Because if he didn't want any distractions, he'd be like, he would have signed this thing. You don't want any distractions. This is literally the biggest distraction to your point in your career that you've ever had. Not even close. This is the biggest distraction. So to say, I don't want any distractions, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Connor? Long term, short term, no term. You see what he's doing? You see what he's doing? I see it. I absolutely see it. He also was quoted for saying, not everybody knows what's going on. What's going on, Connor? What's going on? And I have to talk this over with my family? What do you have to talk? I'm sorry, I know he just recently married, just over a year ago now, right? But what, your family, is it just her? Is it just Lauren? Are you talking to your parents? Why do your parents have to be involved, Connor? Well, you're asking for your dad and mom, you're a grown boy, huh? Why are you saying all these things that they don't really make any sense? It doesn't make much sense at all. The only thing that makes sense about what he's saying is he knows exactly what he's doing. He's trying to create conversation. He is trying to create a buzz. And right now, everyone, and I mean everyone, they're falling for it. Everyone's falling for it. Except for, you know who? You know who's not falling for it? This guy, baby. This is the Trevor theory, the YouTube Trevor theory, or I forgot what we were calling it at work, because I did say this theory on air the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, some people were like, you know what? Trev, you might be onto something. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm onto something. But honest to God, guys, I think they were going to ride this thing out as long as possible until July 1st when Connor re-ups back in Edmonton. Not only would this be making hockey way more talked about, especially in American markets, you could also look at it like this as well. The one thing about being in a Canadian market is, whether you're in Winnipeg, Connor Hellbuck, hey Connor, you suck in the playoffs. He's like, oh, thanks, that's very nice. Whether it's Vancouver, hey Quinn, are you leaving to join your brothers? Like, there's always stories and there's always distractions, and these players, they don't like it, right? There's a reason why a lot of players like playing in Vegas and they like playing in LA and they like playing in Tampa and Florida. It's because, they're not as crazy, they don't get the questions. They don't have to answer all these dumb takes all the time, right? So what I'm getting at is McDavid, he could also, and this is a shout out to my boy Cass, who I work with, he kind of alluded to this as well. If he takes all the spotlight, if he takes all the attention, which do I think it'll ever affect his game? No, he's Connor McDavid. He can do whatever he wants. Despite the distractions, yeah, you see Willie Nylander when he was on his contract year, he signed late, came back that year, it was tough. You could look at Johnny Gaudreau as well after he signed his contract, right? Like this does mess with certain players, but the stars, the legit stars in the world, Connor McDavid being the biggest one, this is going to be nothing for him. It's going to be nothing for him. But what I'm getting at by saying this, sorry, I'm a little long-winded, but the media will be so focused on 97, Connor McDavid. They're not going to be asking the questions about Stuart Skinner. They're not going to be asking the questions about Evan Bouchard, Darnell Nurse, and the list goes on and on and on. Maybe the rookies coming in. Will they be able to bounce back? It is all going to be this contract talk all year, and I think he's ready for it. And I think he knows exactly what he's doing. And I just watched 32 Thoughts with Leon Draisaitl as well. Like, I think he might be in on this as well. Like, there's no way. I honestly think a few players are they know what's going on, at least in the core, the leadership group for the Oilers. I think they might be in on it. But again, this is just a theory. I don't want I already know there's some keyboard warriors are going to be like, yeah, what the hell are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. But how I got here as well, I was sleeping. I had a nap. And I woke up with a smile on my face, man, because I think that's all it all came to be. I was listening to EST Afternoons with Joaquin Gage and Hernan Salas. I'll put a link in the description. They were talking about Connor McDavid and, what he's been saying as of late. And in my sleep, I had a dream. And this was all in my dream, baby. So this is the dream theory as well. And I woke up, I'm like, man, this kind of just makes sense to me. But if you don't know as well, I'm in broadcasting right now, but I also did take marketing. And just being behind the scenes, now that I'm in, I kind of know what goes on behind the scenes, and it made me realize how little I actually don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes where I'm just like, whoa, like that's how that works. So yeah, I honestly think that this is a marketing ploy, a PR stunt. It happens quite a bit, and I think Gary Bettman, he realized that, and he's like, hey, we're gonna utilize this as much as possible. So that is the theory. That is my thoughts, and I honestly do think come July 1, Connor McDavid is gonna re-sign in Edmonton, and they're gonna ride this out as long as possible. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. If you think I'm out to lunch, do you? Drop a comment down below because I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this. And I don't know. It's the hockey. It's almost back, baby. And by all accounts, McDavid, he's flying out there. He looks really good. So I can't wait, baby. Is this the last year of Connor McDavid in the orange and blue? Well, time will only tell, but that concludes this video, guys. As always, thanks for all the continued support. I'm YouTube Trev. Before we finish this bad boy, though, let's take a look at the most liked comment in my previous video. Like I said, it's the sponsored segment of every video right here on Above Average, brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where they work around the clock for you. You want a clock like this? Go check them out, www.timetrackers.ca. Let's see the most liked comment in my previous video. Yeah, let's see. What are we looking at here? Okay, this was in regards to, I think, why Carter Hart to Edmonton makes so much sense. I think it does make sense, but Stan Bowman, he did debunk that in his last media avail. Most liked comment is brought to you by Supersonic Style at Sonic Speed. Okay, let's go. That was tough to read. Sorry about that. 7 likes. Okay, not bad. If he signs in Edmonton, the league will genuinely crack down on the Oilers, even more so to the point where the refs will actively make even more calls to screw the Oilers over, heavily favor for the other team. I don't think no, I don't believe that. I really appreciate your comment, but I don't know. I don't see that personally, but that's my thoughts. So what do you guys think? As always, thanks for the comment, man. Really, really appreciate it. Let's see if we can get more likes on the next comment. If you guys like this theory, again, guys, let me hear it. Thanks for all the continued support. I'm YouTube Trev. Don't be average when you can be above average. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Oh, actually, I just forgot. Oh, yeah, sorry. I also, and if you made it this far, I want to play this clip. So at work, I work for the Nielsen show, Dustin Nielsen. He's an absolute beauty. He's my boss, and we do Scalding hot takes every Thursday. And so it's usually funny stuff. And it's like hot takes, like you say, like pretty hot takes. Like Connor McDavid, he should be stripped of the captaincy. You know, that was one from LT this week. But I'm going to play it, and this is really funny. Something happened. I can do the pervert voice pretty good. And during hot takes, that's what I decided to do. So it was Connor McDavid themed. If you made it this far, I think you'll get a laugh out of this. But yeah, this was me at this week's hot takes. Enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Judge, you ready? You got your system in place here?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. Scalding hot takes.
Time now for Scalding hot takes.
Connor McDavid should be stripped of the captaincy.
Hot take alert.
Connor McDavid isn't going to sign here because Big Uke keeps stealing the spotlight.
That's a hot take.
Connor, why don't you sign? Stay right here in Edmonton. I got a long contract and a cold popsicle with your name on it.
Careful, that take's hot.
Connor McDavid should start the season in Bakersfield while he figures things out so as not to be a distraction.
The hottest of takes.
The biggest fan of this McDavid distraction is Skinner's lateral movement.
Wow, scalding hot take.
Now, don't go running off to free agency, Connor. I can't skate that fast anymore.
Hot take alert.
Not only does his music suck, but Morgan Wallen's shtick is a total fraud.
That's a hot take.
McDavid won't sign here until he can take the LRT from downtown to West Edmonton Mall.
Careful, that take's hot.
Don't be skating off to free agency now. I like my boys right where I can see them.
The hottest of takes.
Tom Gazzola is more committed to EST drafts than Connor McDavid is to this market.
Wow, scalding hot take.
Stan Bowman is just trying to get the full Morgan Wallen experience of having Connor McDavid walk out on him.
Hot take alert.
8 more years, Connor. That's a whole lot of time for me to watch you dangle that stick.
That's a hot take.
Connor McDavid is going to burn this market like a 9-month-old razor.
Careful, that take's hot.
The difference between the Oilers and the Estes is that at the Estes, 20 people actually showed up and won something.
The hottest of takes.
Connor, why don't you stay in Edmonton? I'll make sure you get plenty of ice time, maybe a little bedtime too.
Wow, scalding hot take.
Oh, dude. Come on. Herbert the pervert doing hot takes might be a moment of the year at the Estes. Gager, sorry, man. It's over to you, dude. What do you think?
There's no Trev.
Trev, buddy.
Just hand them it to Trev.